Hey, welcome back to Final Fantasy Ever Crisis. This is Alissa, and we're here for the Wednesday patch night. Actually, got a pretty big update tonight. Little bit of a surprise. The Final Fantasy XIII event came back. If we go look at the notices, it's like full of new stuff. Final Fantasy XIII, Matt, a new chapter for OG, the Lightning Escalation is back with the actual event for Final Fantasy XIII also, so it's not just the banners. A new crash. Yep, the chapter. And what is this? The draw revisions. Oh, it's just for the customizers. Right. Yeah, we'll look at this more in detail in a moment. But before we get started, just want to go through announcements. YouTube is going great. We got over 700 subscribers. If you want to press the like button, press the subscribe button, that would help out a bunch. Every little bit helps. We're pushing towards 1,000 subscribers. Otherwise, Guild Battle starts next Wednesday with Mox. My group, Avalanche, here is looking for another member. It does say 30 out of 30 here, but we do have a member retiring that we may want to replace before the event. So if you are looking for a new group, a little bit of a change of pace, we are a pretty laid back, cozy group. We are autonomous. We don't have like any like alliances with any other groups. We're just all by ourselves and have always been that way. So if you want to change a pace and looking for something like that, go ahead and hit me up on Discord, Alissa, just like in the game. Would be glad to start a conversation with you to see if you're a good fit. Yeah, we've been like top 12, 13 for a few months now. We're trying to push towards top 10. So looking for anybody that wants to help us get there. Otherwise, the podcast with the Warriors of Hype, it may be tomorrow. I don't think that there's going to be a Sony State of Play. I don't think it was announced. So that podcast may be tomorrow. Still not sure. But if I hear that it is going down tomorrow night, I will make a post on YouTube and tag in the unofficial Discord wherever I can to let everybody know that we'll be having that podcast. They do podcasts every week over there about Remake Part 3 and hyping it up because we're waiting for that trailer for so long now. So they have different topics every week to like just predict what Part 3 is going to be like, you know? And they had an idea to have an episode about Ever Crisis and how Ever Crisis storylines may affect Remake Part 3, like stuff with young Sephiroth and Mass Immune and that 2.5-year anniversary event in the live stream and the Desperado event with Glenn and Rufus's final showdown are a couple things that I wanted to talk with them about because they asked me to come on as a guest to fill them in on some Ever Crisis story stuff. Is the whole point of it. And we do have a new story segment today. If I don't go super long tonight, it will be super long if I do this, but I might go through the story tonight too. The brand new chapter 10. I'm kind of excited to get into it. Icicle Inn. Wow. Exciting stuff that we're moving past Rebirth. Moving into Disc 2 territory. From the Twitter teaser trailer, it looked like we're going to be going all the way to the Northern Crater when we lose Cloud. and the weapons emerge. That's what it looked like from the trailer, at least. I don't know if it'll go any further than that, and it will be telling if it does as to how many chapters we may have left over after this. So we're here to do that banner review and polls first of all. Then I'm going to look at our new events, and we'll take a look at those, the Crash and the Final Fantasy XIII rerun and escalation. I wanted to take a second to look at the paid shop first. They keep on having these $5.99 any one weapon parts packs. If you're a light spender on the game, I would recommend getting this pack every week, because now I'm like, I have almost 1,000 of them since they've done it. They've been doing it every week. Yeah, $9.45. Plus we get the login bonus for 50. So next week I'll have over 1,000 any one weapon parts, which is pretty cool. This is the single best thing they've done with the shop. And I've been saying they need to improve the shop offerings, and this is the direction I'd like to see them go. More like this, you know? $6 for 30 any one weapon parts every week. That is awesome. It's a whole lot better than the 10 any one weapon parts for $8 that are like, what's it called? Restricted to, where are the boxes at? So they're like restricted to just the OG cast, or restricted to Zack and the First Soldier crew, and then OG Sephiroth isn't even in them. So this new pack we're getting every week is a pretty good deal, I'd say. Best we've seen. Otherwise, they do have a new one this week too. If you just want to pay some red crystals to get a Final Fantasy XIII weapon, like if you have Lightning Rod at OB5, you know, there's a choice here. It's an extra 5K weapon, you know, and it comes with some tickets and some refined mithril. I think that is not bad. All right. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same in here, but yeah, that is the new one. You still got cloud stuff open right now. Cool. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's get to Matt. We'll cover Matt first because I want to get my polls out of the way, and then we'll go and look at the Final Fantasy XIII stuff all together. The banner, the upgrades to the weapons, and then the event and the escalation. But we have Matt here, and I'm sorry to say I think they did Matt a little bit dirty. Let's look at it at max. 3 ATB, water damage up mid to high, so it takes 2 casts to get to high. MDef up mid to high, takes 2 casts to get to high. 46-56 buff and debuff extension. I don't know if we have a weapon with that high a buff and debuff extension with heal on it. Would have to go and look. You'd probably want to go look at similar healer weapons, huh? Let's pull up Aerith, Red, and Matt really quick. I'm just scrolling through them blind. It's going to be your crossovers. Get there. That's M attack and 56 buff and debuff. HP and 42 buff and debuff. Gamba is a 46-39. Got a 62-42, so like the reverse-ish with Mermaid. 62-42 on Lightning Rod again. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Yeah, Reds I don't think are. It would be Brilliant Colors. Yeah, it has HP. And his new one is with PDEF. Okay. And off of his, it would either be, let's see, that's HP and heal. $31.52, so it would be 56 at. So we do have one that would, but the heal is lower. And 62.42. Okay, so this is like a first of a kind with the R abilities. Those are good R abilities on the weapon. 46.56. Because the closest was a 31.56. Or you'll get the opposite, like a 62 heal with a 42 buff and debuff. So I do like that part. But the weapon, I think, is a little underwhelming. With the spade customizer, it adds an AC glove onto it. And then the other one's a diamond. It's the stream phase amp healing, 3 times use. 3 stacks. Hey guys, it's me from the future. And yeah, I made a mistake last night when I was reviewing this. I mistook the wording here on the spade custom for Matt's weapon for a AC gloves, when that is not the effect here. It is like Abraxas. It's a baby Abraxas, just one tier. It's like Zach's costume, which does 1 tier. Same wording, stats debuff tier is increased. Same wording as Abraxas. Stats debuff tier is increased, but this one is mid. So, having that on a weapon is a little bit more useful, as this is the 3rd character now that can do it. The full package, though, considering everything else the weapon does and the costume does, are things that Aerith also do, I'm still not very impressed. This is not something new or different. This is not really catching him up in any way to Aerith, except for maybe in one element. Yeah, still kind of disappointed. Oh man, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm even more disappointed now with this. I mean, sure, a baby Abraxas is fine, but then to lock it behind a water-specific weapon, when are you going to want to use this unless you're doing water teams, you know? And it's bringing debuff tier down, but the weapon itself doesn't even debuff anything. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Giving Matt an element-specific kit when Aerith has so many general use tools isn't right. Matt and Red 13 deserve better than this, than to get siloed off into a specific element use. Just like when they gave him the fucking Luminary Sword last year, which was a terrible weapon that did M attack and fire plus low to high. And just because it was the only source of fire up at the time, everybody had to pull on it for that guild battle. Yeah, I don't like it. Do better with Matt, game. He deserves better. So I'm not super impressed with this weapon. If it had a diamond sigil, that would be great. You know? But like, his Matt Murrah already gives MDef up. And that's going to be his other weapon probably. So why have MDef up with this too? I don't know. It gives him options, I guess. It makes it so he could buff water teams. So options are good. The R abilities are good, but we usually don't even need buff and debuff and healing subs anymore anyways. I'm just having a hard time seeing when this would be useful, especially since we killed the crash without it. With no problem. I could see this being used for the crash, but... And the thing is, the weapon that Aerith has that is better for the crash is still being rerun right now. I mean, this is the one that you're going to want to use with Aerith, because Aerith could bring water up, and then... what else did she bring? I think that she brought her new staff for bonus or something, and healing. Yeah, I don't know, Matt. And then his costume. Water weapon boost, 30% for 45 seconds, which is strange. It's not even a full minute. It gets 3 uses. That's cool. He gets ATB boost at battle start. Just for him? Okay, that is nice. That's like Aerith has the songstress rebirth. So this costume will be good for a sub, because then he'll have, what is it? 15 points. 15 points to 3. Half it, he'll have 2.5 plus using it as a sub. And this one is healing and then defenses. Only 15% though. When Aerith gets like healing like 30% on some of hers, that's kind of lame. Healing 35%. Healing 20%. Healing 35%. That's a damage one. Healing 15%. So this is... That's not even a good costume for her, really. It's a Dragon Quest one. Healing 10%. Okay. I guess that's like a featured banner from her. Healing 10% with buff and debuff extension. Healing 20%. But yeah, Aerith just gets more than 15% more often, it looks like. So seeing 15% healing just is kind of lame to me too. I don't know. I had really high hopes that they would catch Matt up to Aerith somehow with this weapon and this costume. And now he probably won't have a banner for another 6 to 8 months. And then Aerith is going to be so much further ahead of him again. Where this is just making him... Water weapon boost is fine, but Aerith does that too. With her near weapon. I mean, I guess if you don't have the near weapon, then it's an option for you, but you have to get the costume to even use it for Matt now too. Whereas the weapon, which will be wishlistable, only does the water up and the MDef up and the AC gloves. Yeah, weapon boost. So she does everything that the new Matt does already. She does water weapon boost. She does water up. The only thing she doesn't do is like the AC gloves effect, which so many other characters could already do too. So I'm not super impressed with this. I wish it were better. The ATB boost is cool though. Our abilities are nice. I'm trying to look at the positives and trying to think of how he would use this. I mean, I just wouldn't use Matt in a water team. I mean, Aerith all the way. She has a Abraxas, you know? Duh. She could give Exploit All with her costume if she needs. If not, she could give ATB Save. She could get MDef down, PDef down with the water costume. She just has so many more options that giving him a water buffing, it rings a little tone deaf to me, especially when the crash today. Well, it's magic water, but he doesn't have a good magic kit. His limit break is physical. It's P attack up. It's a Matt Murrah. So I mean, what else would he use for magic? Am I just forgetting something? Yeah, this is P attack up too. Luminary gives M attack up low to high with a fire up low to high. Yeah, this one, P attack up, M def up. That's his main hand. Luminary is a ice down, lightning down with a diamond sigil. What's the other custom on this? Fire damage down. I don't think we need that. I just don't see what he would be bringing to the table here. That's probably the most useful other thing he has is an MDef down, which he would need the high because he doesn't have Abraxas to tear down a fucking materia. Trying to see what else would be useful for him for this crash, and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I think they missed the mark with Matt. Let's look at the stamp card. We got medals again. I only want to go one page. I'd have to go all the way to stamp 7 to get 150 of those medals. I don't want to do that. Let's look at the medals. We have Zach and Glenn next week, so I'll get 200 more next week because I am going to go 2 pages next week. So are there, if I only go 1 page for 100, are there 6 characters I would like to get weapon parts for? Well, probably Yuffie and Kate because Kate's low. Yeah, I'm only going 1 page because everybody else is high on weapon parts for me. See, I'd probably get Barrett too, just in case he gets another banner anytime soon because he's under 1,000. Everybody else is over 1,000 pretty much, except for Red. So I'd probably get Red, Barrett, Yuffie, and Kate. Then the other 2 would be Glenn. Glenn and Lucille. So everybody else is over 1,000, yeah. So these bad boys, then Glenn and Lucia. Cool, that's the plan then. Just go 1 page tonight, get the costume, maybe a little bit further if I get lucky with stamps or something. I hope they don't 1-stamp me to death. That would fucking suck. My wish list, I got this set up already. I'm going for new weapons now. I need to start working on the new weapons. They're already OB10, but to get them plus 20, you know. If you're looking forward to Magic Ice Guild Battle next week, you got Full Throttle, I don't know if Cloud will be used in the team yet, but that's his Magic Ice main hand. Also, his Enhanced Sword is a Boost Attack Ice 4642. Although Aerith Silverstaff has better stats on it, it's the same thing, 4642, but it has 684 on M attack. Whereas Cloud's is 657. So, but if you have two attackers, you may need both of them. Citric, not sure if she'll be using this for Ice Up or if we're going to get it elsewhere. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, Zach's going to get his new weapon next week. Glenn's going to get a new weapon next week. What you want to think about for Magic Ice otherwise would be... I mean, Edge Wings is outdated as hell. Was it 800? Yeah. I mean, if you just want to work on Magic Ice stuff, you got Little Red Wreath. I mean, with Magic Ice main hand, you don't really need a 4642 though, you know, especially since there's one so much better to finish off your M attack. Would be Calf Plug, which is a 3156. This is the one that you want on your main DPS to finish up their M attack, tier 7. Man, I always get the hiccups at night doing these videos because I'm talking too fast. That is about all I can think of for Magic Ice. Yeah. For wish list. So I got mine set. Looked at the stamp card. We'll get to pulling in just a second. Alright, let's get to it. Let's hope the game doesn't fuck me on stamps. Want to get out of here quick. Here we go. That's a nice start. So we have a matte weapon. Looking up. And we have a matte weapon. Cool. Got one. Some more tickets. I'm hoping I can stockpile these tickets for next week. And a one stamp. Womp womp womp. So next week will be a double Zach and Glenn, we're thinking, based on the login bonus images. And if I could save a bunch of these tickets, that'd be great. There were a lot of tickets today since there were 2 events with them. Alright, what are we doing? That's a Sid. Alright, come on, show me the stamps. It's a 2, that's not bad. Would be nice if this 5-star or higher was actually the featured weapon for once. Even though I'm not super worried about it because I don't see us using this weapon anytime soon. It's not going to be next week for Guild Battle, that's for sure. Another Sid and a Yuffie. Not even a wishlist Sid for that guarantee 5-star. Womp womp. Alright, so this is the guarantee. 2 stamps again, not bad. So we're 7 out of 12 stamps. That's 4 pulls. And there's a mat. And that was a guarantee, though. So we got OB1, so we can get the customizers on the weapon. Skipping that. Two. Nice. 5 pulls. Absolute worthless luck would be 8 pulls off the page and done. We get 3 ones in a row now. You can hope that this is a mat and get OB2. We got a Vincent and a... Is that a... Lucia. Alright. Let's be done. Not done. Come on, Cloud, show us a mat. We got a Mursami on an guarantee stamp. Whoa! And no mat. Alright, is this going to be the last one? Let it be the last one. Nope, it's going to make me do the 8 pulls. Somewhat below average. Big nothing. And the last one is a 1 also. 3 ones in a row. I called it, didn't I? And that next guarantee is 4 stamps away. We are done. This is the last pull. Costume and out. And another Sid. How close did we get to OB2? Not very. 8 of those, 110 of those. Cool, I think we're done. And I triggered 1 ticket pack off of that, which is fine. Let's go level the bad boy up. Do our customizers. Oh, we got one of these too. Event weapon. Use up these green mats. Got a few thousand of them. 2 weapons will get it there. So I am not feeling bad about stopping after the costume on this at all. Just want to save resources. I have a whole bunch of tickets left for next week now. And saving my crystals. Since we were able to easily complete the crash without the mat that was designed for, which is the same thing that happened. Well, we did actually use Matt last time in the Eligor Crash 2, but we didn't use his new weapon. Instead, what do we use? Nautilus and Matt Murrah? Alrighty. Alright, out of those. And for an event weapon, we're going to take it up to 110. We got quite a bit of stuff still to cover for tonight. We still got to look at all the Final Fantasy 13 stuff and talk about it, and then go and do some battle content. Alright, we can put that to OB1. We can... Oh, hell no. Level. I'll just 130 it since those our abilities were nice. Then we won't have to worry about it in the future. Oh, that's strange. I never noticed, because usually all my weapons are OB10, that it's a red background when they're at this level. So we have a bunch of these. So it's no big deal. And at OB1 it still brings the stuff to high. So this is totally usable if I'm going to need it, which I don't think we are. I'll go back and check, see when this banner ends, so we know when we can wishlist it. Big gill sinks, these customizers. No, I'll keep that on. So cool, we got him there. Now let's go see. Okay, so May 6th. So it's just it's not that long. Yeah, Cloud lasts till the end of the month. Sephiroth is leaving next week. So they're just spacing them out by a week. That's not bad. So that's like three weeks ahead. And then we'll be able to wishlist it. If we do get content that needs it, I could always continue on the banner. I only missed out on one guarantee shop. So, not bad, not bad. Good position to be in. Let's go get the costume. There we are. Very cool. The ATB boost is going to help him out a bit. That is probably the best thing about this whole kit for him. Guild medals. Under those, who is first? I'd probably say Glenn, since he has a banner next week. Yeah, let's get some Glenn parts. 765. Yeah, Kate Sith is really low. Cool. Then we got, if we get 200 from the double banner next week, it'll get Barrett, Red, Yuffie, and Lucia. Very cool. Anything else over here we need to look at? I still think it's amazing that we went through the whole thing. Damage ranking and didn't use the new guild weapons. I think I ended at number 2 last night. Yeah, I killed the boss. Shiro was in the same group. He ended as number 1. I think I was number 2. And there was another person that killed the boss right beneath me. So we'll take a look at the Final Fantasy 13 banners in just a second. Which I am kind of mixed on them. Getting the customizers for free is nice, but you'll see in a second. I mean, maybe well, for sure, I know not to get my hopes up if they do reruns now about any of those weapons turning into a 1680 with a heart, because they didn't give it to either Tifa or Sephiroth. And I was kind of bummed about that. Where we can go and look. Oh, I got a cat waking up. So 13 polls with tickets. I'll have 16 polls with tickets next week after the dailies. Alright, so Final Fantasy XIII Rerun banner. Let's start with the basics. All 5 of the weapons, all 4 of the costumes are on here. Glenn's costume was a freebie on the panel missions last time, and he is not available this time. I didn't check the event exchange. He may be in there, but it was campaign mission last time, so I don't think you'll be able to get him. No, and another 100 Angeal weapon parts, of course. That is fucking great. I'm joking because I have so many. Anyways, I am starting to get a little sidetracked. But yeah, you can't get. I keep on wanting to say snow because it is the snow costume for Glenn, but it isn't available anymore. And they added sea abilities to all the costumes. They added customs to all the weapons. Stamp card is basic like it has been. There's 4 pages of it now because there's so many weapons on here. Eight. 11 guarantees over 4 pages. Isn't super great, but at least the EX pages have 2 5-star or higher on them. You don't want to go that far though. But yeah, if I were going to suggest, I mean, most everybody I think has the Tifa gloves. If you missed out on Lightning's Rod, this is your chance. It's still very strong, even with her 2.5-year anniversary giving magic and physical bonus. This is still very strong because it gives the P-Def up utility too, and the command stance. Plus, one of the new customizers is very, very good. Cloud. If you want to get anywhere with the new escalation, you're probably going to want a Cloud to give the ice weakness, or Vincent's ice weakness is a one-time use. They'll have to kill her in time, which I don't think will happen on the higher levels. So they kind of fucked everybody on the escalation, because the first time the escalation came out, the first day, the first banner, which was Tifa and Aerith. So we didn't have the Cloud apply ice bonus yet. So Lightning was just weak to ice. She had the ice weakness debuff on her when you start the fight. It was in the passives. But if you go and look now, ice potency 70%, but no, and M attack 70%, but there is no ice weakness. So you have to apply that ice weakness to be able to do anything to her. Or you may be better off doing a water team, you know? If you have Angeal's inflatable Buster Sword, bring the new Magic Water Cloud, or Magic Water OG Seth, you know? Magic Water Tifa. Then you're losing out on the ice passive though, but maybe better off that way if you don't have a way to inflict ice weakness. But yeah, we looked at the stamp cards. Now let's take a look at the weapons and costumes. Alright, so let's look at Tifa first. This is still probably the strongest magic ice weapon in the game. 6242, so she maxes out M attack in the main hand. This still works very well with AC gloves. Ice down, mid to high. Exploit to self. Now the customs adds a P attack down for the spade, which is really helpful in the new escalation with lightning. And then we get a diamond, ultimate ice interruption 100%, which is a nice to have since the other ice interrupt one was Zack's pressure ridge, which is a physical weapon. So now we have a 6242 magic one with the ice interrupt. I would have rather seen a 1680 heart though. Kind of disappointed in that. But for freebies, if you already have the weapon at least, I can't complain too much, I guess. So we'll see next week for guild battle if we'll want this 100% interrupt, which probably will, over that P attack down. Because it'll be nice to have that 100% in the main hand. Alright, and who's next? Or let's look at her costume too, so we could compare the whole kit for each character since there's so many of them. So her costume's getting us a 2000 nuke on it, 2 uses, and it's bringing ice up high. This is okay. It's also just like a nice to have, but she's probably going to bring her Torpor costume anyways and still leave Aerith on Citric. Unless somehow with like boss immunities or something that it just doesn't work out and we have to bring the ice up on her. But I don't see it happening. I see us still bringing her Torpor costume for the interrupt to get 50% more damage and just having Aerith bring Citric. I mean, it's been what we've done for almost 2 years now. So that's Tifa. It's okay. Aerith, I think, is the winner. Lightning's Rod. First of all, if you missed it, you have a chance to get it to OB6 now, so it is very strong at OB6 plus. Just loses some duration and 5% of the bonus. So it does magic bonus. Her 2.5-year anniversary staff does do both physical and magic bonus, but the other utility is what counts here. Also does PDEF up high, and it also does first use command stance gauge, 75%. Still very strong, still very usable. Then if we go and see the customs, she increases her limit gauge by 20% with the spade. So if we need a quick breath of the earth, this'll help out a bunch. But she's usually going to be using Army of 1 anyways, so we go see what the other one is the diamond, and we get a brand new R ability. We haven't seen this on any weapons yet. Ultimate magic interruption, which in the main hand will be 70% extra magic damage in the interrupt. In the offhand, 50% extra magic damage in the interrupt. So this is like in between the element specific ones, that is either 100 or 60, and the quintessential like general ones like Mystic Sword. like Mystic Sword, Shinra Model 1, and Katetsu, which are a 50 and a 30. So this splits the difference, giving us 70% in the main hand for magic. So now we can expect sometime we'll see a ultimate physical interruption on another weapon sometime. That's something we have to look forward to now. What about at OB6 though? Because a lot of people have not OB10 this weapon. Then you kind of get fucked. Then you only get 50% in the main hand. 30% as a offhand. Huh. So that is a reason to OB10 this weapon now. Is for that extra interrupt damage. Hope I made myself clear with that one. Because at OB6 you only get 10 points for this. So in the main hand, 10 points you only get 50% at OB6 through 9, whereas it changes to 20 points at OB10 for the 70%. You see what I see? Or you say what I say? I mean, man, it's getting late. You see what I say, is what I meant. So that's Aerith's weapon. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And then here, she is applied stat buff tier is increased. 1 use. So she gets 1 use of AC gloves. If she has her 2.5-year anniversary staff with the increased costume uses, then she'll get 4 uses of an AC glove. Pretty cool. So yeah, I think Aerith is the winner so far. And next up is Cloud. I think Cloud's probably in second place. This is his 3 ATB, adds a ice weakness to the enemy, also gives ice bonus 30% on 3 ATB. It's 46, 56 ice, which are awesome, our abilities. So this is also a very good sub weapon, even if you don't have Cloud in your ice team. The Spade. First time use, ice ATB save. Pretty cool. It's not my favorite new thing in the game, but they've been leaning into it a bit, so take it if we get it, you know. The other one is, oops, another ultimate ice interrupt. So you know what I see in our future is a big magic ice interrupt during the guild battle, where we'll have his ultimate ice interrupt, we'll have Tifa's ultimate ice interrupt, and we'll have Aerith's ultimate magic interrupt, all stacked on each other. That's what I see happening. And then for his costume, he gives himself exploit weakness 40%, 2 uses, 60 seconds. This is good and not so good. One reason it's good is if you're going to be using Cloud in your ice team, like so, you'll be main-handing full throttle. Then you'll be off-handing this Crimson Blitz, which means he can't offhand Fusion Sword to give himself exploit. So he could get exploit off of the costume instead. The only bad thing is, this costume isn't an Arcanum. It's just 20% command stance and attack all allies. So it's more of a support type costume. So he's getting exploit, but he's not going to be hitting as hard as he can. I mean, you can still put the Arcanum in the back and his all elements in the back, but he won't be hitting as hard as Tifa. But this does give him the ability to get his exploit too. We didn't have the exploit for him in the dungeon ranking the month that these were released back in November, so it's an improvement, but it's still a little strange since you're giving him exploit without an Arcanum. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You see what I say? I got it right the first time that time. Who's up next? Let's do Sephiroth since Glenn doesn't have a costume. This is physical water. P-Def down, mid to high. Water damage plus mid to high. First use HP gain 46-42. And the new customizers, he's adding an MDef up mid to high for all allies. That's a nice to have for utility. So now this thing does 4 things now. It does P-Def down, water up, HP gain, and MDef up. Pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. It's not like extra power, but utility is great. You know, it gives us choices. If we need an MDef up, it makes it so somebody else doesn't have to bring it. Otherwise, he's getting, with the diamond, ultimate water interruption. So, you can see both of the main DPS weapons, they just gave the interrupt our ability instead of a heart. Where I would have loved to see this one also to get a heart for 1680 instead of an interrupt our ability. But at least now we know if they rerun Nier or Dragon Quest, we won't expect them to get a heart. We can expect extra utility on the C ability, and we can expect an R ability for interrupt damage. Not like an increase to the weapon potency. Those seem to be going to be for brand new weapons. Kind of makes sense. But I was still disappointed because I was kind of expecting to see the nukes get a 1680. Oh well. It's free if you already have the weapons, so not a whole lot of complainers here, but just a little disappointed. Now let's see his costume. Oh yeah, this is awesome. So, it's a 2000 nuke, but remember that doesn't include your high wind bonuses, so it's still stronger than the regular weapon, but not by much. Then it also gives 30% amp. 2 uses. So, it makes his you just get 2 really strong hits off of his sword then after using the costume. So like it. Yeah, I think in my opinion Aerith wins, Cloud second place, then Seth, then Tifa. But they're all good, they're all freebies, you know? When considering both the weapon customizers and the costume C abilities. Yeah, Aerith, it's just good. To get that 70% in a main hand from a healer, that's gonna be awesome. And the AC glove effect, love it. So last one is Glenn, and a lot of people didn't get this axe. It's an HP MDef. He does Enfeeble, he does M attack down, he does MDef up. Then the spade is fire damage decreased. So that's like triple defensives with an Enfeeble. So that fire down and the M attack down is even going further. And for the diamond is magic resist boost when the sigil phase starts. But let's look at how this a lot of utility effects will work with his costumes. Because his costume isn't in this. So we could go and look at his snow costume. And it's MDef up all allies, and it's magic attack down +1. So that high is going to be extra high. M attack down, 4 tiers, with an enfeeble. And then it's going to be 10% elemental resistance with the fire damage down. So that all works together. It synergizes, as I like to say. So that's it for the crossover rerun banner. Yeah, I'd say if you never got Lightning's Rod, now's your chance. I mean, most people have Tifa. She's great. It's great. It's gonna be the main DPS for next week's guild battle, I bet. Unless they give Zack something wild, you know, next week. Is the best magic ice in the game. These are all very, very good weapons. Best physical water in the game with Sephiroth. And a very good support sword for Cloud. Which now allows him to have exploit with full throttle in the main hand. The Glens, we haven't had to use it yet. This came out the week that Stilva Crash 2 did, and they had a passive for letting Glenn have extra defenses, like they wanted us to use him on the Stilva Crash. But it was tuned so poorly that we killed the boss before the sigil phase even started, and there was no fucking reason to bring a tank at all. So this would be a cool weapon if we had a reason to use it. But like I keep saying, these like element downs and these element resist buffs that we get, we just haven't really had a reason for them yet. Except for those extreme escalations. The hummus, we did use earth damage down and wind or earth resistance and wind, no, what was it? Earth damage down. Yeah, and earth resistance on that one. All right. That is the banner. Now you could go look at the new events and get to play the game a little bit. Maybe we'll even do the story. It is getting kind of late, though. But I do want to do the story in case we have that podcast tomorrow. I want to be caught up. So, Crash event. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm going to get some more of those. Cool. Let's see what's in here. Alright, some spades. There's a bunch of spades, 20 of them. Cool. That's like 100 regular OS at a time. So they are releasing the drip feed on those. Whole bunch of diamonds. That's cool. 20 ingots. That's nice. And some brandstones. No weapon parts this week. So we'll get weapon parts next week, I suppose, with the gold tickets. And it'll be Glenn's banner week, too. Man, hiccups again. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and try to do the crash real quick. I think I got the team set up. We did the co-op, so I hope I can pull off the whole real thing here with the solo without a bunch of trouble. $55, and it's still a little too few to throw them all at them. So what we're going to do for the crash while I'm redeeming these tickets, it's going to be Aerith, and it's going to be Zach, and it's going to be Cloud with his new, what you call it, his Nero shebang. Come on. What we got next? Over 100, so I could do that. Nice. Make sure I didn't miss anything good. I'd like to get that bookmark. Bookmarks are like gold to me. Yeah, with Zach and Liven, extra summons, we kind of just destroy the boss. Sorry, level 4. Let's just do this and it'll be done. Cool. And Zach's gonna bring Black Whiskers for the water down on the first cast, because that's all else he really needs to do. Just waiting for that ticket. They're giving a whole lot more rewards in these events nowadays, I'm noticing. Like, usually it would only be 10 tickets. Alright, and I'll finish that up tomorrow. Well, we still got these. And then Aerith is bringing her water up staff, which is on that anime banner right now. And her new staff for bonus. With a mana breach for MDF down. So we'll get that sorted. And get the crash clear pretty quickly, I hope. Choco Booster. There he is. Yeah, we already went and farmed up a bunch of the Memoria, but not the whole thing. I think I got it to like level 7, then used one mat on it. Upgrade mat to bring it to like level 8 or 9. They'll show the Memoria and how it'll probably be easier to do the solo crash now, actually, with this Memoria than the one we used earlier. Because it's another Memoria that was like the Nero one that doesn't have an enemy type. Because this boss is an unidentified enemy type. So it just has element, M attack, and both defense types. So we are seeing some diversity in the Memorias now too. 371. Holy fuck. Alright, all done there. Let's get into it. This is the Crash. Did I put the Crash team on the Crash? Okay. So Aerith. What's her other? Amp healing or C abilities. Yep, we'll do that instead. So her anniversary and then her bamboo, and this will give us haste on the first use. That's awesome. We got a mana breach, so we're gonna want a mana breach, then Abraxas, and then we'll use this on Zac to get water down. Then he does Enliven. We'll set up bonus with Cloud. We got Enfeeble. He's immune to Enfeeble, but we'll set up the exploit and stuff, and the costume for water bonus. That's what I was going for. And then do Zac's ult for the quick summons. Then should be building up to another set of summons that will get the boss near dead. This is that new Memoria. You can see it would be 3k HP or 1k M attack or 200 defenses, but I only have it at level 8. If you understand what I mean. Like, see, it would go up to that. Cool. But level 8 should do. Alright, what am I going to do? It's going to be Mana Breach, water down Abraxas. Maybe I should start with him in the middle then. No, because he puts Veil up right away. Let's just see if the water down hits before Abraxas does. It should. I'm doing that. Then ults. If this doesn't kill him, we're going to proc reprieve and then do Zac's ult to get a So close. Oh, he is dead. Cool. So that was the crash. Not super bad. And I sacrificed my first page clear probably of this to do my video earlier and get it done on the video. So all done with those, I think. Yeah. All done with those. Yep. All done with those. Cool. Next, let's go into the lightning event and just look at what is in here. So we got this again. This is the original sword from Angela. I thought it might be a new one because it was named different in the thingy. All right, so they're giving us one of the good brands. Cool. Just grab those. And in here, got some X-Sigil and Triangle Sigil Waters. Cool. And it was Angela weapon parts. Awesome. And we got the story again. I haven't done those yet, but I did do all this. Cool. Now over to escalation. And like I was saying, the escalation is different this time because we're going to start with 15. If you look at here, it doesn't have a ice weakness on it. So we have to give her ice weakness with Cloud. Instead, we're getting more ice damage. We're getting M attack. A whole bunch of more enemy skill potency. And P def and M def for Cloud, 150%. Alright. We go back and look up to number 10. I've got all that kind of stuff. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff we got already. Water breach, whole bunch of mats, whole bunch of wrenches, brandstones, OS. Another water breach, more OS. Okay. Then up to 15, what are we going to get? Cool. They are giving us a bunch of these wrenches. We're going to have a whole lot. I guess it's good to overstuff us on these wrenches because if new people start the game and they get like a new weapon off a wish list and they don't have the wrenches for it, you need to have more than the amount of weapons that are coming out each week, you know? Alright, so this is... I think I got this team set up. I think I'm ready. Why doesn't he have his... costume? That's 15. On the higher ones, I'm going to wait to use Torpor until we enter the sigil phase. I think I'm going to have to do a couple more, another lightning rod to bring our PDEF back up, because I think she lowers it. Why didn't I have the costume ability? Is it? Oh, it's turned off. So he didn't give himself exploit. Now he has the ice ATB save, right? Yep. We're not going to use that one. So might as well... Well, we're not using that either. Huh. Okay. This is P attack down is the one we want. Yep. Cool. Let's give that a go again. Easy peasy. Let's just hope it stays that way, getting all the way up to 30 for the rewards. I don't want to have a struggle tonight. $25, what are we going to get? Cool, cool. Whole bunch of those stacking up now. I'm running out of stuff to upgrade weapons-wise. She has the ATB save too. On a heal. Give it the cloud. I'm going to heal them and do an ATB save. This is 25, right? There we go. 30 might be a little rough. I might have to do some sigils. And let's see. And we're going to get 30 of these guys. Cool. Maybe wanna give a PDEF a ball. Or something of the sort. Cool. Lasts for 60 seconds. Gotta remember to reapply that if I need to with Fusion 2. Use Torpor in the beginning, and then break sigils after the summons. Cloud. This isn't going as planned. There we go. We got her before she got us. Level 30's done. Don't have to think about it anymore. Could have done that a lot cleaner, probably. But we got through it. That is the battle content for tonight. Yeah, I'm not interested in going past 31 on this one. And this should be the last escalation until reset at the end of the month. The shop will reset. Oh, I just saw my AirPods do a funny thing. Hope the microphone's still connected. I still hear the audio in my ear. Well, let's hurry up and finish the rest of this video then. Make sure it doesn't cut off. So we covered a lot tonight. We covered the new map banner. Not impressed. We covered the new crossover rerun banner. We covered the paid shop where they have tickets for limit break weapons if you need them. Plus that $6 pack with the 30 weapon parts for anybody. We covered, oh, did we? The campaign. And the login bonuses. Fight a battle with everybody to get 10 tickets. And then these login bonuses, like I've been telling you guys, this is how we knew Matt was going to be a banner this week, because he has the login bonus. Next week's, there's a picture out there already showing Zach and Glenn. So that's why we know Glenn and Zach are going to be banner next week. But we also got this login bonus for the new story chapter. Oh, that's the last thing we have to do. So I'm going to take a little break and we're going to do the story before we go too. But yeah, log in 10 days and you get 50 anyone weapon parts. Whole bunch of crystals, gold tickets, stam pots. All in all, some good shit. Almost 1,000 crystals. They should have just made it 300 or 500 each for 1,500. Why not? Be more generous, intern. We went over the crash, killed the solo crash with this team. Very strong 2.5-year anniversary support characters and the new Magic Water Cloud. Then we went and looked at the Lightning Rerun event and the escalation where we went up to level 30. All on the VOD tonight. So we don't need a separate guide. I will bookmark those chapters for... Well, let's look at the... we just did the escalation. I don't think I went in detail on the build. Let's go look at it really quick. So, it's Final Fantasy XIII Tifa. AC gloves in the offhand. She's got her Torpor costume, so we get extra damage. This is the back. Then Cloud. Full throttle. Ice Sword. Yeah, I didn't go over the build just pretty much because we were talking about it while we were doing the rerun banner review. But I didn't show the subs in the back. Cool. Then Aerith, Lightning Rod, and Citric. Very cool stuff. And I put on PDEF all at the end for the number 30. So that is all for a recap. I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to get into story mode before it's bedtime. Maybe this will put me to sleep. It's a bedtime story. Chapter 10. A looming threat. Starting at the Icicle Inn. Hey. Alright, we're going to get started on the story, Chapter 10. Just gonna do a recommend. This isn't gonna be anything to worry about. Sephiroth heads for the Promised Land. Braving the freezing cold, Cloud and his friends travel north in pursuit through the snowy fields. This is where we saw them pass out in the 2.5 year anniversary story. Barrett says, "Brr, sure is cold up here. Feels like my body will freeze solid if I'm not careful." Barrett, if you keep moving, it'll raise your body temperature. Oh, here come some ostriches. Got monsters incoming. Go back to auto. Another ostrich. Two ostriches. Oh, I could put other people in the party just to do those campaigns. It's no use. I'm fighting my butt off and I'm still freezing. Looks like I'm about at my limit. Getting cold, kind of sleepy all of a sudden. Oh, they're gonna pass out from the cold and end up at Icicle Inn. Whatever you do, don't go to sleep. Everyone, we need to brave it out just a little longer. We'll be reaching a town shortly. Oh, really? Boy, I sure could use a hot cup of tea by a blazing fire. Come on, we're almost there. Because remember, if you stay out in the cold too long in OG, you pass out and then end up back at the Icicle Inn Hotel. Uh-oh. I know this room. You've made it. Great job, everyone. No one lives here, apparently, so we're free to stay. Such a rickety little shack. It's as cold in here as it is outside. And this dust, I don't think anyone's been here in years. Well, at least it's shielding us from the wind. Well, now, this is quite the facility. Shinra has its hooks in even a remote town like this, huh? Looks like we've got access to video. Could it be Shinra research materials? Let's find out. I still gotta do the Dirge Part 2 story, too. Not tonight, though. It's getting too late. The original Crisis. It's Gast and Alfama. Camera's ready. Then Alfama, please tell us about the Cetra. 2,000 years ago, our ancestors, the Cetra, heard the cries of the planet. The first ones to discover the planet's wound were the Cetra at the Null's Pole. Tell us, Afanal, where is the land called Null's Pole? Null's Pole refers to this area. The Cetra then began a planet reading. What exactly does planet reading entail? I can't explain it very well, but it's like having a conversation with the planet. It said something fell from the sky, making a large wound. Thousands of Cetra pulled together, trying to heal the planet. But due to the severity of the wound, it was only able to heal itself over many years. Do the ancients, rather the Cetra, have special powers to heal the planet? No, it's not that kind of power. The life force of all living things on this planet becomes its energy. The Cetra tried desperately to cultivate the land so that the energy needed for the planet to heal would not be depleted. Even here, so close to the North Cave, the snow never melts. Is that because energy is gathered here to heal the energy? Yes, the energy that was needed to heal the planet withered away the land. And so the planet tried to persuade the Cetra to leave the Null's Pole, but let's take a break. I'm alright. When the Cetra were preparing to part with the land they loved, that's when it came to them. It appeared differently to different people. For some it looked like their late mother, for others a lost sibling, illusions from their past. Genova, who or what was it that appeared at that North Cave? It's all rather mysterious. It was the one who injured the planet, or the crisis from the sky, as we came to call it. This being first approached the Cetra as a friend, but then deceived them and finally gave them the virus. The Cetra were ravaged by the virus and went mad, transforming into monsters. Then, just as it had approached the Cetra in Null's Pole, it made contact with other Cetra clans, infecting them as well. Like in Robio. You don't look well. Let's call it a day. Hey, Afana is Aerith's mother, right? Indeed, and Professor Gast was in charge of the Genova project. This is footage from the Genova project? What is this stuff? I've never seen any of it before. Weapon. Let's watch the other videos. Might find out more information on the Genova project. Agreed? What is weapon? Ilfana, can you comment on the thing called weapon? Yes, Professor. The one you mistook for a Cetra was named Genova. That is the crisis from the sky. The planet knew this entity had to be destroyed. You see, as long as Genova exists, the planet will never be able to fully heal itself. So to fulfill this task, the planet created weapon of its own will? Yes, but there is no record of weapon ever being used. A small number of the surviving Cetra defeated Genova and confined it. The planet produced weapon, but it was no longer necessary to use it. So weapon no longer exists on this planet? Weapon cannot vanish. It lies dormant somewhere on the planet. Even though Genova is confined, it could come back to life at any time. The planet has not fully healed itself yet, so it is still wary of the threat that Genova poses. Where is weapon? I don't know. I can no longer hear the voice of the planet, at least not well. Times have changed. The planet is most likely observing and waiting in silence. Thank you, Fauna. That will be all for today. Then we got one more of these stories, I think. Weapon. Do you know anything about this? I've heard that it's some kind of special materia. You mean like an extra super awesome materia? Let's go get it. You saw the video. They don't know where it is. Maybe the other videos will tell us where. Yeah, there's like 3 videos in the original game, I think, so this should be the last one. Confidential, yep. I think I know what this one is. Come on, hurry up and play the next one. Stop, you're not making this go any faster. Hey, how about this one? Fine. Daughter's record, 30th day after birth. The video camera again? Are you planning on recording every minute of her life? Oh, come now. This is our daughter, yours and mine. Don't you want to capture her childhood on videotape? If you keep doting on her like that, she won't grow up to be strong. Aerith is different from the other children. Who knows what dangers await her? Don't say that. Whatever happens, I will always protect my family. Famous last words. You and Aerith are my only treasures. I'll never let you go. Darling, you make me feel so happy. If I hadn't met you, Who could that be? I was just about to... Oh, I mean... How dare they intrude on our private time together? Why don't I go get rid of them for you then? Yes, I'll be right there. Who could it be, I wonder? You people are... I've been searching for you, Afalna, or should I say, Cetra. Long time no see, Professor gasped. Hojo, how did you find us? Please, I can scarcely remember a time when I didn't know exactly where you were. 2 years I waited. That's how much I wanted this new sample. New sample? You don't mean Aerith. Aerith, what a nice name. I've severed all ties with Shinra. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Please, Aerith has nothing to do with it. Lafalna, I'm the one you're after, right? Oh no, I'll need all of you for my experiment. You understand, don't you, Professor Gas? We can change the future of the planet. Don't worry, Afalna, I'll take care of this. Please don't put up a fight. I don't want any harm to come to my precious sample. What a funny looking camera. Guard, destroy it. Take good care of our guests. What are you doing, Professor? Alfana, take Aerith and run. Silence. No. And don't forget the child. What's this? Videos? The ancients? Weapon? A mountain of treasure. Thank you, Professor. You gotta be kidding me. That damn Hojo, next time I see him, I'm gonna cut him to pieces with my shuriken. Yeah, and I'll plug him full of holes. Hojo has to pay for what he did, but our priority right now is Sephiroth. We'll leave at dawn. Alright, we're out of here. On the way to the crater. Endless fields of snow. Let's pick a couple other party members I haven't played with yet today to get those bonuses. Yuffie, very cool. Recommended. It's cold. Even after a good night's sleep, it's still so cold. Well, what did you expect? If you're that cold, then maybe we can pick up the pace a little. Found you. You're... Cloud, I won't let you go any further. What's up ahead? Never mind that. I'm here to make you pay for what you did to my boss. Boss? You mean Sang? That wasn't us. Sephiroth did it. You're lying. It's too convenient. I'm not lying. It was Sephiroth. Deny it all you want. You're still going to pay. Oh, man. Oh, so we get to fight Elena here? Why did it equip Lock Sword? That's so fucking weird. If you won't admit to it, I'm just going to have to press the issue. What? Yeah, one shot. Ma'am? Make sure she's okay. Now let's go. There's no way they can climb the Great Glacier anyway. Cloud and his friends braved their way through the seemingly endless fields of snow. Footprints vanished quickly, affecting the group's sense of direction as well as their body temperature. Then they go snowboarding. All white as far as you can see. Feel like my body's going to be frozen solid. You know, seeing a place like this makes you realize the awesome power of nature. But if anyone told me to live here, I'd tell them to, you know, tell you one thing though, if I did have to live here, I'd change things around to make it better. Human ingenuity can make any place livable. I guess that would make the opposite of this place. Midgar. When you think of it that way, Shinra may not be so bad. What are you saying, Barrett? What the hell am I saying? Shinner not so bad? Standing still will lower your body temp. You should think and walk at the same time. Seems like this chapter isn't going to be super long. The planet Scar. The Northern Cave. Well, how much further are we skipping ahead here? Putting Vincent and Sid to get their tickets for the campaign. I think that's all I can do because I have to use OG characters here for the to count for the crystals or something. With nature itself seemingly standing against them, Cloud and his friends traverse the frozen waste to finally reach the planet's wound in the northern reaches. An old crater. Something fell out of the sky and crashed down here, leaving a scar on the planet. That must be why the planet's energy gathers here. It's taking a very long time to heal a very old wound. Sephiroth took that energy and is trying to use it to summon a meteor. Next time the wound won't be so small. The time has come to settle things with Sephiroth, huh? I've lost many things because of him. Let's go. Yeah, we'll stop Sephiroth once and for all. They're not really giving us a lot of hints as to Rebirth here. Well, this is a new background, though, for the battle. Different colored bombs. Whirlwind maze. Bats. Here they come. The Highwind Bridge. I finally found it. Ha ha ha. This is incredible. This is the promised land that the president has been searching for. But I'll be the one who gets it. Sorry, old man. That land will belong to no one. It is where the reunion will take place. They will all gather there. I wonder if we will see Sephiroth? Whirlwind Maze. We're getting there. You can't pick them. That's fine. Within the crater, there are a number of black cloaked individuals navigating the treacherous cliffs through scores of fierce whirlwinds. Meanwhile, Cloud and his friends have arrived at the place they are aiming for. This is the end for all of you. Sephiroth. What's about to end is you. You're right. This is the end of this body's usefulness. He disappeared. Where'd he go? Our purpose is to deliver the black materia to our master. And there is the static life stream memory interference. Our purpose? Those who carry Genova's cells. So your master is, of course, Sephiroth. Well, it's Genova Death, right? Oh, yeah. Genova cells. So what's this? So that's what this is all about. The Genova reunion. Not Sephiroth? You mean all this time it wasn't Sephiroth we've been after? I'll explain later. Right now, the only thing we should be thinking about is beating Sephiroth. But Sephiroth is... He's here. The real Sephiroth is just beyond here. It's incredibly wicked and incredibly cruel. But he's releasing a powerful will from deep within this planet's wound. The black materia is back in our hands. Now all we have to do is defeat Sephiroth, and that'll be the end. What's up ahead is going to be really dangerous. The rest of you wait here. So this is different than Rebirth, because Cloud has it the whole time in Rebirth. But here in OG, quote-unquote, Sephiroth, or a Genova clone, takes it from them at the Temple of the Ancients, and then they get it back after killing Genova Death. Huh. I want to go. I have to settle things with Sephiroth. Alright, be careful. We better not take the black materia any further. Why don't you give it to someone else to hold on to? Take it, Barrett. Oh, I don't even have the choice to give it to Red 13? You got it. We're going in first. You guys stay and keep watch. What is this? What happened? Everything's gone white. Cloud, where are you? Calm down, Tifa. I'm right here. Sephiroth is near. Anything can happen. This is Nibelheim. But why? This is an illusion that Sephiroth's made up. He's trying to confuse us. We'll be alright. As long as we know it's an illusion, there's nothing to be afraid of. Come on, let's keep going. Yeah, you're right. Look. Alright, let's go. Stop this, Sephiroth. So stupid. Cloud, this is just an illusion. Don't worry about it. What's next? Stop it already. I'm really wondering how they're going to pull this off in Rebirth, or in Remake Part 3. This is what actually happened 5 years ago. But it's probably not going to be me coming out of Shinra Manor. He's going to try and show us another stupid illusion. See, didn't I tell you? Hey, it's you. You're still sane, right? Then come over here and help me. I don't want to watch this. Cloud, don't watch. I'll check this house. You check that one over here. What's wrong, Tifa? I told you before, right? As long as we know it's an illusion, there's no need to be scared. Sephiroth, I know you're listening. I know what you want to say. That I wasn't in Nibelheim 5 years ago. That's it, isn't it? I see you finally understand. I understand what it is you're up to. You're trying to confuse me, right? But seeing these things won't affect me. I remember it all. The heat of the fire, the pain in my body and in my heart. Oh, is that so? You are just a puppet. You have no heart and cannot feel any pain. How can there be any meaning in the memory of such a being? What I have shown you is reality. What you remember, that is the illusion. Cloud, do you understand? I don't want to understand. But I want to ask you one thing. Why are you doing this? I want you to take back your real self. The one who gave me the black materia that day. Who would have ever thought that a failed experiment would prove so useful? Hojo would die if he knew. Hojo, what does he have to do with me? 5 years ago, you were constructed by Hojo piece by piece right after Nibelheim was burned to the ground. A puppet made from the potent Genova cells, her knowledge within, and the power of Mako. An incomplete Sephiroth clone, not even given a number. That is your reality. Cloud, don't listen to him. Just cover your ears, close your eyes. What's wrong, Tifa? I'm not affected by this at all. All that talk of Hojo constructing you is a lie. I mean, we have memories together, don't we? When we were kids, those starlit nights. Tifa, why do you seem scared by your own words? Shall I show everyone here what's in your heart? It seems the prospect makes her uncomfortable. I can't wait to see this part in Remake 3. This story's gonna be so good. Nibelheim's Truth. Tifa, is Sephiroth right? Cloud. What are you so afraid of? Don't worry about me, I'm alright. No matter how confused I am, I won't believe a word that Sephiroth says. It's true that sometimes I can't seem to figure out who I am. There's a lot of things muddled up in my memories. But Tifa, remember what you said to me? Long time no see, Cloud. Those words will always support me and comfort me. That's a typo. I'm the one you grew up with. I'm Cloud of Nibelheim. No matter how much I lose faith in myself, that is the truth. So Tifa, you don't have to be so scared. No matter what anyone else says to me, it's how you see me that counts. No, that's not true, Cloud. What's not true? Aren't I the same Cloud that you grew up with? That's not what I mean. I don't know how to say it. Cloud, I need some time. Just give me some time. Cloud, don't blame Tifa. I will explain it to you. Genova has the power to change one's appearance, voice, and manner based on the memories of another. Inside of you, Genova has merged with Tifa's memories. Of the boys that appear in Tifa's memories, there may have been one named Cloud. Cloud, please, just don't think right now. Think, Cloud. Oh, excuse me, I suppose you were never given an actual name. Shut up, Sephiroth. Do you still not understand? Then, do you remember the picture we took before we headed for Mount Nibel? Tifa, you remember, right? But there is no way he would know. Now, where is that picture? Ah, here we are. Would you like to see? I must say it turned out good. Cloud, don't. I should be in that picture, but even if I'm not, don't worry. This world is just an illusion that Sephiroth made up. Just as I thought. This picture's a fake. The truth is in my memories. In Remake 3, he's gonna know who Zack is, though. So how is this gonna play in Remake 3? "5 years ago, I came back to Nibelheim to inspect the reactor. I was 16. The town hadn't changed at all. What did I do? Oh yeah. I went to see my mom and all the other people in the town. I spent the night and went to the reactor in Mount Nibel. I was excited about it, because that was my first mission after becoming Soldier First Class." Soldier First Class? They're static. Soldier? When did I join Soldier? How did I join Soldier? Why can't I remember? I'm... I'm... That's right. I don't have to worry about any of that. Because I was... Cloud? Let's go, Tifa. I'm alright. Promised Land. With Barret as the party leader. Only Barret? Who are we fighting? Oh boy. Wow, that's amazing. This is all materia. The outside is rich with Mako energy. The inside is a treasure trove of materia. This truly is the Promised Land. There is no such thing as the Promised Land. It's a legend, an old wives' tale. It's utterly ridiculous. Everything I imagine is actually here. Isn't that good enough? But I suppose I should expect that kind of rigid thinking from a second-rate scientist. What's happening? It's coming from inside the wall. Something's in there. It's moving. Looking for weapon's eye to blink. Weapon. So it actually does exist. I never believed it until now. What are you talking about? Weapon. A monster created by the planet. It appears when the planet is in danger and reduces everything to nothingness. That's what was stated in Professor Gast's report. Never saw that report. Where is it? Here, right here. You're just full of secrets, aren't you? We didn't get to see it blink. Still no sign of Cloud and them coming back. I hope they're alright. But what's up with that? Such a tiny materia has the power to destroy the planet? What the? Is everyone alright? The hell is going on? Hey, guys. What is this place? Where did everyone go? Barret, I'm so glad I found you. Tifa, something's not right here. It got pitch black all of a sudden, and now everyone's gone. Everyone's waiting. Cloud's in trouble. Please, come with me. Help us. Over there. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but I guess I just need to get moving. I'll always get my friends out of trouble. Tifa, let's hurry. And don't forget, The black materia. They're doing really good at remaking the story on this part. It's a lot more effort than the last couple chapters, I'd reckon. Where it ends and begins. I think this is probably the last one. Now we'll see him blink, I think. You can see where his eye's going to be, right above Scarlet's head. Mr. President, I have a bad feeling about this place. Maybe we should go back to our ship now. We need to prepare the inspection anyways. Hey, where do you come from? This place is going to get rough. Better leave things to me and get out of here while you still can. Leave things to you? I'm not sure what you mean. This is where the reunion is happening, where everything begins and ends. Cloud. Hey, we're here to help you. Thanks, Barrett. Where's the black materia? Cloud. It's safe. I have it. Give it to me. I'll take it from here. You can't hear my voice? You alright? Did I just miss it blink? I wasn't looking. Okay then. Gotta say it was a lot of pressure holding onto this thing. No, don't. Please stop, Cloud. Thanks. Leave the rest to me. Come on. The black materia. Please wait just a little longer. Everyone, thanks for everything, and I'm sorry. Especially you, Tifa. I'm really sorry. You've been so good to me, I don't know what to say. I never lived up to being Cloud. Maybe one day you'll meet the real Cloud. Huh, this is perfect. It means that my experiment was a complete success. You, what is your number? Professor Hojo, I don't have a number. You didn't give me one because you said I was a failed experiment. What the? You mean a failure was able to make it all the way here? Professor, please give me a number. Please, Professor. Shut up, you miserable failure. I can't wait to see this in Remake Part 3. This is going to be so awesome. I love this part. Is he going to be walking around on the ceiling? Who was that? He's a Sephiroth clone I created after the real Sephiroth died 5 years ago. Using my knowledge and skills, I combined Genova cells and Mako with science and nature to bring him to life. I'm not overjoyed about the failure part, but the Genova reunion theory has now been proven. You see, even if Genova's body is dismembered and scattered, it will eventually become one again. That is what is meant by Genova reunion. I have been waiting for the reunion to start. 5 years have passed. Now the clones have begun to return. I thought that the clones would begin to gather at Midgar, where Genova is stored. But my predictions were not entirely correct. Genova itself began to move away from the Shinra building. And that's who we've been following the whole time, Genova, not Sephiroth. But being the genius that I am, I soon figured it out. You see, it was all Sephiroth's doing. He was calling them. Sephiroth is not content with just diffusing his will into the lifestream. He wants to manipulate the clones himself. Yes, that was how it started. I wondered where the clones were going. I was never able to figure it out. I never figured it out myself. The one thing I did know was that Sephiroth would be at their final destination. I wasn't pursuing Sephiroth. I was being summoned by him. All the anger and hatred I had towards him made it impossible for me to forget him, that and what he gave me. I'm just wondering how they're going to change this, knowing that Cloud remembers Zack in Rebirth. Sephiroth, I'm here. I brought you the black materia. Please show yourself to me. Where are you? Sephiroth. So we finally meet again. Do you see it? It is Sephiroth. He is here. This is perfect. Both Genova's reunion and Sephiroth's will. They were not diffused into the life stream. They gathered here instead. What are you so happy about, Professor? You know what this means, don't you? Cloud has the black materia. Sephiroth is going to summon Meteor. Every single person is going to die. Whatever is said now is too little too late. We must evacuate. I want all of you to come with me. There's still much more I want to know. Hey, Cloud. Stop. Don't do it. Cloud. Here we go. Are we going to see any more? Oh, yeah. This diamond weapon. Ultima weapon. I'm going to have to go back and get screenshots of diamond weapon. I forgot. Limitless Crisis, 7 days later. Cloud. I didn't know what to do. I never known what to do since we met again. Poor kid. Are you alright? Tifa? Tifa. Oh, Cloud. That's right, I'm Cloud. Is it really you, Cloud? I can't believe it's you. And to run into you here, of all places. Yeah, it's been a while. What happened to you? You don't look well. Yeah? It's nothing, I'm okay. How long has it been? 5 years. What is it? Oh, nothing. It's just, it really has been a long time. Actually, it's been 7 years. You joined Soldier but quit after the Sephiroth incident. Now you're a mercenary. You told me a lot about what happened after you left Nibelheim. But something was wrong. I felt like some of the things you were talking about were strange. All the things you didn't know but should, and other things you shouldn't know but did. I wanted to clear things up. But I was afraid if I asked too much, you would go somewhere far away again. And I didn't want that. I didn't know what to do. All I knew was that I needed more time. That's why I told you about the Avalanche job. I wanted to be with you and watch you. So bright. The glare. You'll be better soon. You've been asleep for a long time. Hungry. Hey, why don't you ask? About him. And Junon. Because I'm scared. Don't worry then. I don't know what happened to Cloud either. Though I guess I shouldn't tell you not to worry. None of the others know anything either. We don't know if he's alright or what, and it's been 7 days. He's alive, right? What about Sephiroth? I don't think he's come back quite yet. Remember that big light in the northern cave? Since then, the crater's been surrounded by this huge barrier of light. Looks like it's protecting Sephiroth while he sleeps in the big hole. We can't do a damn thing about it. We just have to wait until he wakes up. And on top of that, there's a huge monster called Weapon on the rampage. Weapon? Remember that huge monster that was with Sephiroth at the bottom of the crater? It's that legendary monster from the past that Aerith's mother was talking about. And now it's up here causing mayhem. Rufus is trying to deal with it. Hate to say it, but he's got guts. Oh, what about Meteor? Huh, well, here we go. Thought Cloud would show up to save you all. What are you going to do to Cloud? Professor Hojo wants to check on him. Reunion, Sephiroth clones, all that business. In any case, Meteor has been summoned. Essentially, it's all but over now. So I have no need of you anymore. No, maybe there's one more important job for you to do. President, preparations for the public execution are complete. Execution? Well, yes, you are to be executed for causing this situation. I take back what little praise I had for this jackass. Well, enjoy your last moments together. Fall of Avalanche. Due to Shinra Company's machinations, Barrett and his cohorts are blamed for causing the current terror and chaos in the world and are scheduled for public execution. Barrett is brought to the press room to be paraded before the world as a monster, while Tifa is led to the gas chamber. What are you doing? This is my special gas chamber. Take your time and enjoy a show. Slow, painful death. Are we going to see Sapphire Weapon then now, too? Aren't we sassy? Yeah, I think we get 12 chapters now. Seeing that it's going to probably go until the Junon escape. Well, now the show is just about to begin. Emergency, emergency. Weapon is approaching. All hands to battle stations. Weapons here. Run. Damn, why now? Scarlet, how do you feel in this moment? So you didn't run like the others? I'm impressed. How do I feel right now? Intruder. I came to help. Why are you... Aren't you Shinra? Let's just say I'm against capital punishment. Besides, I hate this woman. Now come on, we have to help Tifa. I'll keep watch at the entrance. Fools. I've already pulled the switch. It won't open. Okay, time for plan B. Let's run to the airport. Airport? And leave Tifa behind? Trust me. We have to take a chance. Attack of the weapon. Sapphire Weapon deals a devastating blow to Shinra's Junon headquarters. Rufus returns fire with Junon's giant cannon, achieving a costly victory against the ancient terror, so we're not going to see it. Meanwhile, Tifa... So we don't get to see Sapphire Weapon. Yes, it looks like I could get out through the hole. Hey, what did you do? Open this door. First you lock me in here, and now you want me to come out? Make up your mind. Slap fight. This cat and mouse game is over. The execution may have been unsuccessful, but you dying by falling and crashing into the water below might still be pretty exciting. Sassy to the end. Quit slapping me, you old... The nerve. You hit me first. Payback, you. Stop it. That hurt. Same to you. Take her away. It's time to pay up. Resist and I'll drop you. Run. Run to the end of the cannon. No getting off this train. This has got to be it, I think. It's been a long chapter. As Tifa jumps from the end of the cannon, an airship piloted by her comrades appear out of nowhere to catch her. You okay? Yeah, my cheeks hurt a bit though. Forget it. What's all this about? Well, I'll catch you up on all the details later. In any case, this airship, the Highwind, is now yours. Damn it, why didn't you tell me you had access to an airship? Sorry, but to deceive one's enemies, you sometimes have to start with your allies. The fuck does that mean? Now come on, everyone's waiting. Everyone? You mean everyone's here? Man, Yuffie is in bad shape. Welcome to my airship, the Highwind. Come on, you can act a little more excited than that. Sid. Yeah, alright, it's fine. We're missing some crew. You think we're not strong enough without Cloud? You think we can't save the planet without him? Meteor's coming and Weapon is on the rampage. At a time like this, I don't know what the answer is. No idea at all. Don't say that, Tifa. Come on, let's all think about this. Because there's no way we're getting off this train we're on. If only Cloud was here, everything would be fine. Cloud would stand that cocky little way that he does and tell us what to do. He'd say everything's under control, Tifa. Tifa, when do you become such a wimp? I'm sorry, Barrett. I'm so depressed. I'm surprised at myself. Tifa, who we all thought was Cloud is... I know. That's why I want to make sure. That's why I have to see him again. I want you to know that I never disliked him. Well, as long as you stay alive, you just might see him again someday. So cheer up, sis. That's some weird dialogue. I know that we'll see him again. Maybe. Cloud is still stuck deep inside the North Crater where the ground cracked and swallowed him up deep within the Earth. Deep within the Earth? Are you talking about the life stream? The life stream sometimes gushes out from the cracks in the ocean floor all the way up to the surface. I've heard of a place where this happens. Maybe, just maybe, Clouds. I want to go to that place. Alright then, once we find out where he is, the island will get us there in no time. Low battery. That was it, okay. So if that's chapter 10, we'll probably have 12 altogether. 11 will be all of the huge materia stuff and the life stream sequence. Then 12 will be, and maybe even the Midgar raid. And then 12 will be the Northern Crater. Or the Northern Crater and the Midgar raid. Alright, we got it. I gotta go back and get that screenshot of Diamond Weapon. Very cool. So that's it for tonight, guys. We got through the story. Did all that stuff earlier with the new content. So, until next time, I'm El Shalat. This is Ever Crisis. Be safe, stay warm, keep doing what you're doing. See ya!
油断はでき